What's happening, everybody? This is Matthew Wattridge with Austin, Texas Gardening, and today I brought another fruit tree for my yard back home. My wife and I just went out to the Home Depot, and I went ahead and bought about 12 cubic feet of gardening soil and this brand new apple tree. So it's about 8 feet tall, and it's going to join the fig tree and my olive tree out here in my front yard. Let's get it planted.
I planted this Fuji apple tree in January just because that's when I had an opportunity to plant it, but it's best to get these planted in November so that they have an opportunity to really put their roots down during the winter, and it gives them a better chance of producing fruit in the spring.
So it's getting pretty late and I'm finished digging. My olive and fig tree beds are 5 feet in diameter. I've dug out a hole about 4 feet wide. And it's a lot of clay. If you've seen my first video, my in-ground garden bed video, you'll know that 1 cubic yard of clay, especially this really wet clay because we've gotten a ton of rain lately, is about 3,000 pounds. So I have a whole bunch of soil here. It's about 12 cubic feet of soil, so right around half a cubic yard. I'm estimating that was probably about 1,200 to 1,500 pounds of clay, and I certainly got to work out moving it, so let's get our apple tree transplanted. Well, I've got my apple tree ready to get planted, and I wanted to show you guys how root bound it was in this container here. If I come over to our hole, look at that. Wow. So it's been a few days. I think our apple tree took really well. It's a great addition to the yard. It's so nice to have a tree higher than 2 feet. And you can kind of see what I did here as far as mounding up dirt. The base of the apple tree does not have a mound of dirt around it. That's the top of where this pot was. So the container it was in was about 1 foot tall, and I planted it with 8 inches below ground, 4 inches above ground, because as I was previously mentioning about the clay soil, it often can cause the roots to get waterlogged. So I wanted to elevate our apple tree here just a little bit, and it turned out great. I'll do an update video, I guess, in a couple of months, but for the time being, I think this will be a great addition to the yard.
So plan A was to get this video edited and published in early January, but the good Lord had other plans. As you guys are probably aware if you've seen the news lately, or maybe some of my previous YouTube videos, we've had the most brutal and cold winter that we've had in Texas in a while. In January we got about 1 inch of snow, but it wasn't until February that things really got bad. We got freezing rain and single-digit temperatures for multiple days in a row.
Didn't have a chance to cover my plants. I've been working all day and I thought this was just normal rain. And like even our apple tree over here, which is probably fine. Nice. Maybe. Maybe it's not. I mean, listen to that. That's not a good sound. Oh, jeez.
And then, of course, this was just an appetizer for the historic winter storm that Texas got just a couple of days later. We had 8 inches of snow, and it lasted for pretty much the entire week. So the apple tree got punished pretty badly.
So we got 8 inches of snow, and I've wrapped up our apple tree. Tried to cover the branches and the base here as much as possible. It was 9 degrees this morning, and it's 12 degrees right now. I think when it warms up, we'll see that our apple tree hasn't dropped all of its leaves yet, but here's hoping.
So after the winter storm, my tree's leaves withered up and fell off. I figured if my tree had gone into dormancy, I couldn't really make this video until the new sprouts had come out.
Here we are on Saturday, March 20th, and our tree is definitely alive after all. Looking forward to see what this apple tree does here in the spring. Thanks for watching, everybody.